Gran Velocita was one of the most ambitious mobile racing simulators ever made. It was such a promising title that it even built a reputation as the Gran Turismo of mobile. If you've been around the channel for a while, you already know how excited we all were for its release, following every update and every step from the developer. But despite all the hype and potential, the project slowly faded into silence before mysteriously disappearing from the Play Store altogether. So what really happened to Gran Velocita? The game launched as an ambitious mobile sim racer developed by Game2Top or Dorian Dragoi, though most players probably know him better as Mr. Hotlap. There wasn't much information out there about this developer since no other major games had been released before this. I remember following the updates closely as he regularly shared progress updates through Instagram Reels. A ton of features were promised, including realistic physics, tire wear, GT and F1 style racing, and much more. For a moment, it genuinely felt like mobile gaming was finally getting a proper true-to-life sim racing experience. Initially, the game was supposed to launch in July, but the release was later pushed to August. At this point, we're really pretty used to developers announcing a date and then delaying it, and sometimes that extra wait can actually build even more anticipation. In Gran Velocita's case, the hype only kept growing. A huge number of players had already pre-registered, and the developers even revealed the game had become one of the most anticipated racing titles on the Play Store. But once the game finally launched, things quickly took a different turn. Players were met with a project that barely ran properly on many devices. There were bugs everywhere, performance issues, crashes, and for a lot of people, it immediately killed the excitement. To the developer's credit, he went straight back to work, focusing on bug fixes, optimization, and improvements before eventually returning with an update. The game had already built a small but passionate sim racing community, but it didn't take long before the complaints started piling up. Players began criticizing the excessive ads, constant bugs and crashes, and the lack of meaningful updates, which, looking back now, never really came before the game's mysterious disappearance. Aggressive monetization was another issue that kept getting mentioned by the community. By early 2026, discussions on Reddit were openly calling the game dead, and more users started reporting that it had disappeared from the Play Store entirely. So recently, I decided to check for myself, and sure enough, the game was gone. Interestingly though, it still appears to be available on the App Store. Now, from this point onward, everything is mostly informed speculation rather than confirmed information. But these are some of the most likely reasons behind Gran Velocita's disappearance. First, the developer may have voluntarily taken down the game to rework the monetization system, possibly with plans for a rebrand or future relaunch. Another possibility is funding or manpower problems, which honestly seems believable considering we know the project was mainly handled by a solo developer. And of course, there's also the chance of the game running into some Google Play policy issues. Just like YouTube creators have to follow community guidelines, developers also have to comply with strict policies on the Play Store.